Nobody's how I defeat these foes. Wanna demonstrate gravity when falling off the mic.
We're in London, England for the ASA Pro Tour, and we brought our entire international cast with us, including the 1-2 knockout combination of Aaron Feinberg and Jaron Grobe. These two Americans are bringing their signature style of skating to the United Kingdom. It's explosive and dangerous, and in a word can be described as stunts. No one's been pushing the envelope more in this area than the monster, Jaron Grobe.
I think he's one of the skaters on the tour that's doing like the biggest gaps and like really a lot of spins back to back. And it's like in Woodward he did 3 260s after each other, and then 450 and then 900 over the box, and it was really crazy.
Taking that crazy style into a beautiful street course here in London, England at the UBI, the Urban Beach International. We've got 10 competitors, each gets 2 runs. Only the better of those 2 count. Anthony Mackie, hometown kid, hoping to have the run of his life.
Starting out huge with a 720. Anthony Mackie, a talented skater who we haven't seen a lot on the Pro Tour this year, so it's great to see him coming out in front of his hometown crowd. Setting up with the backside across the quarter pipe and taking that speed around the course. Big 360 over that hip box. So many different directions you can go off that hip, and then 540 on that vert quarter pipe. Stale 360. Anthony mixing up the spins. Okay, and showing some technicality as well. 270 topside sole.
Then spinning back 270 back in. Judges liking what they're seeing. A lot of tricks so far from Mackie.
Got to roll around on that course a little bit. Oh my goodness, 540 the backside stall, 360 back in. He must think this is the best trick contest already. Anthony Mackie pulling out stunts in the middle of his run.
This course, a little bit unique. The transitions actually mold right into the floor like furniture.
That's right, and I wanted to talk about that surface. They've got the wood out there. It's so smooth to ride around on that thing, and exactly like you mentioned, the transitions go right into the wood. No seams anywhere. Look at this, 540 to backside stall. You can see the other side of that thing. It is like a sheer 10-foot drop. Very dangerous, and then 360 back in and a little love.
Well deserved, an 85.50. Mackie gets things kicking off with a bang. The stuntmen take to the street. When we come back, the fight for #1 continues.
The ASA Pro Tour is brought to you by L2 Jeans, altitude tested by Team L2. By Naya, hungry for life, thirsty for Naya. And for the latest on skating, check out asaskate.com. Feed your habits.
Welcome back to London, England and the UBI Skate Championships. Besides just a regular street competition, we also had a best tricks competition, taking advantage of some of the top stunt talent here. Of course, Aaron Feinberg, true stuntman.
And when it comes to Aaron, his whole mindset about skating is unbelievable. He doesn't allow himself to become afraid of a trick. He sees something, if he feels that he could do it, he just does it. And knowing that, it's just unbelievable to watch.
Really is unbelievable. Every contest is like a best trick contest for Aaron, so he really excels in this kind of environment. And how about the monster, Jaron Grobe, 450 alley-oop sole, way up high on that vert wall. Unbelievable. And everybody got a piece of the action. Working that vert wall bit, Chiaki Ito, John Julio going for that disaster topside sole. He did actually stick it. Shane Scour raised the stakes a little bit, transferring out of the vert ramp with that frontside Royale. Some real street heads came out. Jeff Frederick from Philly trying to go huge over the gap. True spin alley topside porn star. Super difficult trick.
Trying to set up with his feet in the right position. Aaron Feinberg not just going big, but also getting creative. And then, of course, Mackie, he actually pulled it better in his street run. Thierry Lallemand going for the big spin to 360 top sole. Barely locking on with his front foot, but everybody just stepping it up every attempt.
And here we go, John Julio locking it on. Disaster, topside sole on the flat rail. When it counts, John Julio.
Liking what they see. There's the 540, then rewinding it back around. Anthony Mackie up. And Jaron Grobe going for the biggest tricks of the day.
Aaron Feinberg getting creative as well. That's innovative stuff. with those shuffle slides. Shane Scour now spinning off of a rail and going down hard. That is tough to hold on to that landing. But this was the trick of the day. Both those guys, Jaron Grove and Shane Scour, pushing limits. Look at Jaron, the monster, out of the vert ramp, over the railing, all the way into the street course on that wedge. Only in rollerblading, folks.
So Jaron Grove and Shane Scour share a bit of first place in the best trick comp.
All the UK guys came out and represented. Another one, Richard Taylor, showing some innovation. But unlike the best trick contest, you got to put a whole run together. And Richard linking them all together nicely as he goes Lucane 540 over the launch box. Another young guy representing the United Kingdom, coming out of Ireland, Albert Huey. Clean, smooth street style. Not the most explosive skater, but when you're pulling tricks like that, blind 360 to soul grind, my goodness, can't complain.
And Wilfred Rosignol, you want to talk about a very technical skater who's not afraid to go big.
Damn straight, damn straight. Screw technical. I mean, this guy's got the tricks, but he is balls out. Wilfred Rosignol absolutely knows how to destroy a course. This guy is becoming one of my favorites this year on tour.
78.50 on that run, despite the fall in the 720 flat spin into the mini ramp. And here, the #1 guy on street, he's been a technician all year, Sven Bokerst.
Yep, seemed pretty much untouchable this year. Looks like he's still picking up right where he left off. All these technical tricks back to back. This is exactly what we're used to seeing from Sven Bokerst. True spin, alley, fish brain. These tricks are so difficult, and to watch Sven do them and just to link them and put them all in a run every time, fakie 720. It's really hard, or it's very easy to underestimate what he's doing out there, but that's why he wins so many contests. Flat spin,
yep,
over the hip.
He's not afraid to use hips, elbows, any kind of different transition mixes. He can spin any amount of degrees.
It's so true. He's using every bit of that course out there, and every trick, it's not just like he's just cruising around getting from one ramp to the other. Every single trick is such a hard one.
Little backside Farfignugan there. Plenty of time left, and he's still mixing it up.
The thing that'll be interesting to watch is after we've watched this best trick contest, Sven's got all these technical tricks, and he's linking them together nicely. He's got the flat spins, but all these guys now are inspired. They're bringing out stunts. Is this line, this kind of line from Sven, going to be able to compete against like the Jarons and the Aarons, these guys doing these big stunts? Now here's what we're talking about, this technical smooth style. That's a frontside backslide all the way across that quarter pipe, probably about 20 feet.
And there you see it, as you said, Arlo, 85.25 puts him in second, behind Anthony Mackie, who was actually doing bigger stunts. So the Europeans sit in the lead, but when we come back to the UBI, the Americans try to make their mark. Skate Championships and Trade Show here from London, England.
The UBI and the skaters from all over the world here, and we're all having a good time. It's a brilliant event.
Chance to check out some of the world's best skating, listen to some great music, and check out the newest products.
This festival's awesome. Go check it out.
It's a fantastic layout.
Trade show was amazing, so check it out.
Back on the other side of the curtain, Nick Riggle getting ready to take his drop.
Nick Riggle, showing you why he's one of the most creative skaters on the tour. Pleasure to watch, very difficult to commentate. So many unique tricks. Rolling around on one heel, dropping down topside sole, mixing up that creativity with the technicality.
Befuddling the judges, right now sitting in 6th.
Jerry was sitting in 1st place coming out of the prelims, but drops down to 4th after the first round of the finals, unable to match the intensity of some of the other guys.
Jaron Grove brings a lot of interesting elements to our sport. there's definitely been a gap, and he's filled that gap. They're very aggressive, wearing all black, rebellious, you know, listening to hardcore, you know, music. It's really cool because I think when he first came on the scene, a lot of people were like, you know, who's this guy, you know what I mean? But he's followed through with everything, you know, with the talent, with the way that he skates, his image, you know, the way that he presents himself. He's so different, and I think that's what makes him so cool.
He surely went for it, but Jaron Grove paid the price. A bunch of falls. That left the door wide open for Aaron Feinberg.
All these guys are inspired after best trick. Aaron Feinberg, this is in his run, no less. Soul, topside soul, way upon that railing. And then look at how he blasts off over that hip. No one skates like Aaron Feinberg. We've seen a few guys go over those hips, but no one does it with the speed and the intensity of Aaron Feinberg. He also mixes it up with the technicality. Are you kidding me? True spin, topside alley-oop soul. This is why this kid is supposed to be the #1 ranked skater in the world. He's been plagued by injuries this year, and a little bit of inconsistency. But you can see if he pulls it together in the second run, my goodness, watch out. Aaron Feinberg, it's tough to beat.
Right now, Aaron Feinberg at the end of run #1 sits in 6th with room for improvement. It's wide open with Jaron Grove all the way down in 10th. The local boy, Anthony Mackie, sits on top, but this baby ain't over. When we come back, we're going to get to know the real monster. More stunts when we come back. Welcome back to the street course here at the UBI Skate Championships and the ASA Pro Tour from London, England. It's round #2. The pressure is on. This is the last chance for each of these guys to step it up.
I love what these guys are doing here in the finals, bringing the stunt skating, best trick, the spirit of best trick into the contest. Wilfred Rosino really pushing the limits here. Shane Scour was a co-victor in best trick with a trick very similar to this, and he never even landed it. Now Wilfred pulls it off in the finals, and then showing off the technicality. Alley-oop porn star switching around to topside soul, then going blind 360. When he skates, the stakes are so high. He rewinds that 540 back in. The stakes are so high that he's either going to win big or lose big.
And despite the falls and obviously his second score not as strong as his first, he's still getting huge props from some of the other guys.
That's right. You saw how hyped they all were. This was really a brilliant contest. Nicky Adams, everybody getting into the spirit of it. Starting out that 720, straight into the 540, 900. How many different spins can you put into one run?
Nicky Adams, former X Games champion with 2 81.50s.
Well, Sven Bokers has got more victories this year on Pro Tour than anyone else. He's seen some great runs. He's trying to raise the intensity level, changing it up to backslide drop soul. But this is so uncharacteristic. Sven goes down.
Jaron Grove, he's got no brains, man. He's just like the ballsiest skater, like probably more ballsier than Aaron. He don't know when to stop. He don't know the limits. He's just always full on balls out. Every single trick he does, it just balls out.
He's amazing to watch. He goes bigger than anyone. He spins longer than anyone, and he does everything like twice as big.
The Europeans have the technicality. The Australians have the tricks and the stamina, but we've got the power and the monster, Jaron Grove.
Crazy that people look up to me like I did when I was younger, looking up to them.
Anyone that you, like kind of local guys you'd be pushing for today?
Jaron Grove. Go Jaron.
When I'll be skating somewhere and people come up, you know, either ask for my autograph or just be you know, being awesome. They're skating with me. It's crazy. Half the time I don't think about contests or anything. Like, I'll just skate, and if I'm feeling good on some tricks, then I'll, before the contest, put a run together. So just usually skate the rail all day or skate the box jump, hit up some tricks, and then try to put a run together, you know, after a while. But just skate the course and have fun, mostly. I don't know, I like to push stuff, but I want to go big, you know, progress the sport, you know, in any way I can. Just going big's fun, so. And all the technical stuff is fun too. I like to do all that stuff.
Jaron Grove feeling the adrenaline, sits in 10th place. A long way to get to the leaderboard, but hey, if anybody can do it, this is the guy, and he's trying his best trick stunt in his run.
There were a lot of requests for this. Everyone's telling him to do it, and he said, no, I'm not going to do it in my run, but looks like the pressure got to him.
Little bit squirrelier than in the best trick competition, but hey, he's got to put together another 55 seconds of tricks now.
Yeah, and he's still on his feet, and he did it. I mean, no one else is even going to try that. Alley porn star way up on top of that, high on the vert quarter pipe. Remember, he went down that twice in the first round. That's what killed him. No problem there.
Winding up, there's the big 900. He lands it all the time. It doesn't matter what he goes over.
So 3 tricks so far in the stunt meter. Fakey 720 over the launch box. Jaron Grove on fire. Oh no, missing the fish brain. Remains to be seen how much that's going to hurt him. He's got to put together some more. Yeah, not quite locking on the fish brain.
So 2 little bobbles so far, but he's more than made up for it as far as his adrenaline level.
Right, and a guy like Jaron Grove, the way that he skates really must give the judges headaches. I mean, you see 3 of the best stunts in one run, and then he misses a couple of little fish brains or something. It's like, how do you balance it? You know, do you reward the adrenaline, the stunts? Do you penalize the inconsistency?
Well, based on excitement alone, this trick won a contest already for best tricks. He started his run with it, and the judges definitely reward you for trying something so risky this early in your run.
Think about how hard this is. A vert ramp is designed to send you back into the vert ramp. It goes to vert, it sends you straight up. It is so hard to get out of the vert ramp and over the railing like that.
87.25, Grove sits in first. Right now, that puts all the pressure on Anthony Mackie, our previous leader, and the great one, Aaron Feinberg.
By Paul Mitchell, professional salon products. Got a problem? See your hairstylist. And by Rollerblade, fighting for freedom, justice, and a really nice ride.
Well, he's been waiting for a win. He's never gotten one on the ASA Pro Tour. Now he's in front of his hometown crowd, and he would love to get it here.
Don't underestimate him, though. He's no stranger to the top of the rankings. Anthony Mackie, whenever he competes, he's always in the finals, always a top competitor with big stunts like that one.
Anthony Mackie, unfortunately, unable to better his first run score. He'll have to settle with second right now.
So Aaron Feinberg came out in the first round, started out with an incredible run, packed with stunts and difficulty. Unfortunately, he fell in the first round, so he left the door wide open, left himself some room for improvement, staying on his feet after that huge transfer, going soul grind. Look at how big Aaron Feinberg goes over these transitions.
God, he just flows around the course. He makes everything look so easy because of the way he comes out of tricks.
And showing off the technicality as well, the true spin, alley-oop topside porn star, then the true spin, alley-oop topside soul. Aaron Feinberg, he knows how to put a run together, and he makes skating look so awesome. The way he balances, the big spins, the big stunts, everything looks so fantastic. Fakey 720 to shuffle slide.
That was sick. That is so much more difficult than it looks. He does the fakie 720, more like a 630, lands sideways on purpose and shuffles like that, where he slides down the side on his wheels.
No one else. There is no one else who can skate like Aaron Feinberg in all these tricks. Every single one of them, any number of skaters would be happy to land them. Aaron Feinberg puts them all into a run, finishing off even with the fakie 270 fish brain. I'm speechless.
Aaron Feinberg, an awesome second run. Starting out, well, guts galore right there. The huge soul grind, and he landed it. No problem.
Unlike the guys that are jumping off the railing into that flat bank, landing in transition is very, very difficult. It's hard not to loop out.
88.50, Aaron Feinberg, despite his injuries in the past, is back. Taking a look at the iBook, the judges making sure the results are all right. Aaron Feinberg, the king of street, is back. The gold medal sits firmly in his hands. Jaron Grobe with the silver. Make sure you tune in because the pressure is on now as the ASA Pro Tour goes into its final stop. Friday, October 20th, it's the street competition from Toronto, Canada,